today. From U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, it's week.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Taken at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. Over the middle, complete. It's London.
This defense for the Vikings, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
On 1st down, it's Robinson, and he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Check in on the numbers last week for Robinson.
2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from
under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw.
He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson.
And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. And this one is right down the middle. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The numbers a week ago for Cook. 23 carries, 129 yards.
They've got a nice scheme going right now, and they run the football pretty well. In fact, I was talking with him on the field before the game, and he said he's starting to hear from the guys ahead of him on the rushing yardage total, and they want to know if he's going to jump up there and join them at the top of the list.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw here. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On the return, it's Rodgers. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They begin the drive with Robinson. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll drop to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 28. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Complete. Smith has it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Offside defense.
So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Nine yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll run here with Robinson. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And the Falcons score to cap it off. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Osborne decides against a run back, and this will come out to the 25. The Vikings offense making their way back out. Now let's give you a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. For the moment, they're on top of their division, projected to host a wild card game in the first weekend, but nothing is set in stone. There's a lot of shuffling that can still go on here. They haven't even clinched a playoff berth.
A lot goes into that one word you use, doesn't it? But. You're exactly right, because nothing's clinched. So that means another win is necessary, being able to play to the best of their abilities, because they can go from where they are right now to right out of the playoff race. If things go in the wrong direction for them, they've got to take care of business.
And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And here's Rodgers on the return. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll run on first down. Robinson. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They're going to look to throw.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away.
Back deep to return is K.J. Osborne.
45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Steps away to his left. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And the Falcons grab it. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Good job starting on that scramble. Had his eyes on that first down marker, CD, but lost the most important thing, the football.
Yeah, wasn't quite there. Focused solely on getting to the first down marker. Forgot to cover up and take care of the ball.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw here. It's caught. It's Bijan Robinson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now a play fake here on first down.
That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. They'll run it now with Robinson. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Back to throw.
That's out wide here for Robinson.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On 2nd down now. It's Robinson. And yet again, he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by this Vikings defense. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. They'll look to throw.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
And his kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 36.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Now left side on the swing pass. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Back to throw again. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. Well, the good news, at least they won't take that goose egg into the locker room. Maybe a little something to build on.
Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest of first halves for them, has it? But at least now, as you mentioned, they put some points on the board. And it's been funny in our experience watching games. Sometimes something as little as a field goal can change the fortunes of a team, and they could come out and look real sharp in the second half.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why, looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now, he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. He finds his man, complete. It's London. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards. Again, he'll drop to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. That's going to be caught by Pitts. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And his kick is good. And the lead stretches. 16-3 now. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And this will come out to the 25 as Osborne elects not to return it.
So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas. So let's get to it. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And able to get this out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. They'll set up to throw. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead them to fourth down. The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken from just outside the 30. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is Jones. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. They run it again with Cook. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They go play action here on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 7. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hawkinson. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And that will bounce out of bounds before they can get a return going.
Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1-yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. They'll run again here with Robinson. Oh, a good move at the 5. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Now back to throw. Over the middle to Smith. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. On the run, it's Robinson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. He'll look to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. And Oliver make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Oh, the return is Osborne. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. A throw over the middle, taken in. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Osborne. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And that's incomplete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the 1st row.
Looking left sideline, incomplete. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 10. And that's incomplete. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the lead is down to 10 now at 16-6. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Harrison Smith.
And the Vikings are right back in this football game.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Going for the deep ball.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 41.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up first and 10 at the 41-yard line. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And this one's incomplete.
Second and 10.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts.
And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for Atlanta. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They'll look to throw now on first down. And complete right side to Cook. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Addison. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Throw caught there by Osborne.
And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure.
Hey, baby, this ain't good enough stuff.
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And his throw is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. That's to Cook out of the backfield. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. The Vikings on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere. No avail.
And this one is right through. And this is back down to a 7-point game.
So they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Back to throw here. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. On first down, Robinson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Again, it's Robinson. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. They run. Robinson. Oh, and they had it stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. From the gun, they'll try to run it. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. One final kneel down here, and that should just about do it. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire 2nd half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay,